Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure for us to present our finding in the paper with the title Briging in the Gaps, Ensuring Justice for Marginalized Victims of Human Trafficking and Exploitation. This, this is present for the International Conference on Social Environment Diversity. Our team is consists of myself, Mahmud Mulyadi, Putri Rumondang Siagian, Rosmalinda, Liza Hafidzah, Yusuf Rangkuti, and Nabila Afifah Salwa. Today, this presentation will be divided to four sections. Marginalized group in parties who do not have power in environment and disadvantage. Marginalized can take a place in condition and place individual or group differently from their community environment in general. Marginalized group usually include minority group of people of different races, sex, sexual orientation, age, use of language, immigration status, even cycle limitation, and people living in poverty. And so poverty from a legal perspective is a lack of legal knowledge and awareness, and the unavailable of legal assistance when the poor needs, and lack of access to participate in policy making concerning the benefit of the people at a various level. This population are often subject to systemic barrier that limit their ability to seek help and navigate legal framework designed to protect their rights. Human trafficking and exploitation represent significant violation of human rights and impact millions of around the world. Indonesia is seen as having a significant number of human trafficking cases, serving as such transit and destination country. Its low economic growth and large population increase the risk of trafficking and the other crime. Law number 21 of 27 on the eradication of human trafficking provide a legal framework to fight human trafficking in Indonesia. This regulation protection is essential for ensuring justice for marginalized groups, as they help safeguard their rights and aid in their recovery and reintegration into society. Approach empower marginalized individuals and promote a fairer justice system. However, while awareness of this pervasive issue has grown in recent years, marginalized communities continue to face profound challenge in accessing justice. This method in use for this paper, that this type of research use descriptive normative research methods, the integrative literature method used for this research. The purpose of this method is to criticize, analyze the literature and emerge with theory framework. This research analyze related documents such as journal, article, law and policy, and news. The use of this literature review methodology has the main goal of combining perspective and finding from various empirical evidence. So next, the result and findings. The first result and finding, the identification and contextual understanding of marginalized victims. Understanding the demographics and social economic background of victims of human trafficking is essential for effective intervention. Research show that victims often come from marginalized community where factors such as poverty, limited education, and systemic discrimination create vulnerabilities. For instance, that individual in economically disadvantaged area may be lured by false promise of employment or education. Additionally, applying the theoretical framework such as the social vulnerability framework help eliminate how intersecting identities such as race, gender, and social economic status impact the risk of exploitation. By adopting a trauma-informed care approach, practitioners can better understand the psychological effect of trafficking on victims, which is crucial for providing appropriate support service. Next, funding barriers to justice and legal protection mechanism. Marginalized victim, human rights trafficking often encounter significant barriers when seeking justice and legal protection. Systemic issues such as gap in legislation and inadequate enforcement hinder victim access to legal research. In the context of protection of victims of crime, the existence of preventive and repressive measures carried out both by the community and government through law enforcement officials, such as providing medical protection or supervision from various threats that can endanger the life of victims. Providing medical assistance, providing adequate legal assistance, a fair hearing and trial process of the perpetrator of crime, and basically an embodiment of protection of human rights and balancing instrument. Education, awareness, and prevention strategies. Public awareness education combine play a critical role in combating human trafficking and exploitation. By examining successful initiatives, we can identify best practice that effectively engage communities and raise awareness about the signs on and realities of trafficking. Studies demonstrate that targeting campaign can empower individuals to recognize and report trafficking situation, thereby enhancing community resilience. Moreover, capacity building for professionals such as law enforcement, healthcare providers, and social workers is very essential for improving the identification and response to trafficking cases. Training program focus on trauma informed approaches and cultural competency can be significantly enhance the effectiveness on this professional in supporting victim. A multi-facet strategy that combine education, awareness, and professional training is crucial for preventing trafficking and ensuring justice for marginalized victims. And the conclusion of the paper that understanding of victim human trafficking is essential, as many come from marginalized communities and face challenges like poverty and discrimination that make them vulnerable. By applying a trauma-informed care approach, we can better support the individual and develop more effective strategy to prevent trafficking and aid super people. To conclusion that marginalized victims of human trafficking often struggle to find justice and legal protection because of gap in law and enforcement. To help them access their rights and recover, it is essential to improve support system and reform legal frameworks. And the finally conclusion that public awareness and education campaign are vital in fight against human trafficking, as they help communities recognize and report it. A comprehensive strategy that includes training for professional and cooperation between government and NGO can prevent trafficking, support victims, and ensure that perpetrator held accountable. Thank you. This opportunity, I would like to say to thank you very much for the attention, and on behalf of the research team, and we would like to say thank you once again for this essential opportunity, and hope that this finding is a very helpful for everybody who is interested on this topic. Thank you very much.